Okay, chat. Chat, what is up? What's going on? Hi, Lynette. May the 4th be with you, guys. Yes, look at this. Look at this. You see this? Pretty snazzy, right? It's a pain, believe me. It's a pain in the butt to get this set up. I have a green screen that's like literally like almost on my back right now. It's just so close. It's literally right here. Like I can, you see my, you can kind of see my shadow a little bit. Right there. Right there. Kenneth, what's going on, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I wanted to stream yesterday. And let me turn this down a tad. I wanted to stream it. We were supposed to go to SeaWorld, right? Supposed to go to SeaWorld. They have the new Odyssey ride, which is like Soarin', right? And needless to say that we didn't end up going. I don't know what I'm getting headaches more constantly now, and I'm not sure what it is. Maybe maybe it's my blood pressure, or I don't know what it is, right? So we didn't end up going yesterday, and which kind of sucks. I wanted to go. I wanted to go see the Odyssey ride, and they're saying it's not as good as Soarin', which is probably right? It's probably right. But it's a new ride, and I wanted to check it out. I wanted to stream a little bit for you guys, and that didn't pan out. Too many things happened yesterday. We ended up just canceling it. I had a headache. Amber's brother's in the hospital. Like, all these things just kept racking up, right? We had not an open house, but someone wanted to come see the house, right? So there was just too much going on yesterday. Today, we would have went also, but Amber already had plans to go to like dress shopping with her, with one of her other daughters for a wedding dress, right? So we're home, we're chilling, we're just gonna do stuff here. We'll maybe react to some stuff. Maybe we'll play like a Star Wars game or something, right? You know, just to get into the Star Wars feel, right? Which I need to probably make sure that I'm set up. But what's up, everyone? Yes, everyone can see I've modified a few things. I took some time yesterday and a little bit today to modify the setup. It's all looking a little crisp, yeah. But it looks, you know, tell me if you like it or not. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I wanted to do? Like with the background, you see the video playing. What I really wanted to do was I wanna someday do a video. I'm gonna put this cord right here. I want to do a video to where it looks like I'm walking, right, while I'm sitting here. That's what I kind of want to do, which means that I would have to walk. How would I do this? Yeah, I would have to like record backwards. Like I would just have to walk backwards and just like look behind my back and record walking through the park. But I think it's kind of dumb, but I think it would be kind of somewhat worth it. Because I would think it would be funny, honestly. Just to see like the video. Did the video pause? No, it didn't. Just to see like the background moving, you know, like as I'm like, it looks like that I'm like walking like I'm walking past the park, you know. The bad thing is that you won't be able to see like cool stuff until after it passes, so it's kind of weird. But I thought that would be kind of cool to do that, but instead I have it set up this way, guys. Okay, and I got the chat going. Did I fix the chat timer? That's actually a good thing. Let me see if I want to fix the chat timer here. Oh, okay, this one's good. I think it's the other one I missed, but it's fine. But yes, we got everything. We got stuff set up. Let me show you if I can get it set up here. Look, we got this too. The monitor. Okay, see, here it is. We got Star Wars Jedi downloaded. We got Star Wars Squadrons downloaded. We might play those, right? Or Lego Star Wars. I got Lego Star Wars installed too, right? So we might play those. If not, we might play Planet Coaster 2. Not sure yet. But we got those. Okay? We got those good. But everything's all set up. We have it straight, right? But I do need my controller just in case, you know, when we start playing. So let me put that there. But yes, I hope you guys are doing good this Sunday afternoon, man. It's hard to like trying to figure out like what things I want to do and what I want to talk about and all that stuff, right? It's been pretty crazy and eventful, but yes, appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Yes. We're gonna get started here. May the 4th be with you. Can you pet that Ewok? Oh man, when's your birthday, Joe? I'm gonna get you like a bunch of hand sanitizer, because petting all these things, I'm pretty sure it's not good. There's an issue. Let me take this out of my ear, because almost dropped it. You're gonna get infected or something is what's gonna happen. I feel you're gonna get infected. But yes, let me go ahead and start off things by showing you this, guys. So we'll go, oh, not that one, this one. Sorry. Happy 5th. June 5th, yeah. Oh, June 5th. Okay, that's your birthday. Okay. I'm gonna have to send you some hand sanitizer. I don't know how much. It might be a little, might be a lot. But yes, we got the roaming. Did I fix this chat box? Is this chat box working? This chat box should be working. Let me just see. Okay, it's done. All right, so we're good. All right, so I wanted to show you guys this. first of all, we got videos up, guys. Okay, we got a bunch of videos up. Okay, we did a full review of the park after our eventful day, right? And we got part 1, 2, and 3. So we got part 1 here. We met Toothless, right? Part 2 right here, right? And part 3. It was a lot of content. We had a crazy day, right? And we're going back this Wednesday. So again, we're gonna be back Wednesday. We're gonna look at the times, all the wait times currently as well. So we'll look at that as well. So we got those videos. We stayed at Terra Luna. We got fat testing for the seats at Universal, if you want to call it that. We got it right there. That's the video up as well. We did the ranking of Walt Disney rides. We are gonna do a ranking of Universal rides as well, so just keep that. Alicia didn't ask to pet that Wookiee. Don't think he would end well. He doesn't like to be petted at all. So we got those videos up, and then we still got these 2 videos up for members only. We got the Mario Kart queue, and we got the Untrainable Dragon. So if you guys are members, you guys can watch that. We do have a quick how to access the virtual queue, right? And then we also have some shorts. Okay, so we have some pretty good shorts here that we just I gotta put more shorts on the other channel, but one in particular I want to show you is we do also have a short for the seat testing, right? You would need to buy the Wookiee a lot of drinks, buy him the Wookiee cookie, and then to buy him some drinks. But look, this is what I want to show you, right? Because I don't post on TikTok as much, right? And I want to eventually I kind of do want to kind of multi-stream on TikTok, because I just feel like a lot of people are on TikTok for some reason. But you see how this video only has like 900 views on YouTube, which is, you know, it's all right, it's respectable, you know. I posted this on TikTok. It has almost 50,000 views. And what stinks is that I only have 700 followers. That means I need 2,000 on TikTok to stream. And I can't monetize anything yet. Which, even still, if you monetize on anything on TikTok, it's not half as much, I feel like, on YouTube, as much as you get paid or whatnot. But still, like, look at this right here. I have 53 that I have to respond to. And it's all basically this thing. Everyone's just saying, let me show you. Let me go into the video real quick. You can't hear it, which is good. But look at this. Everyone, thanks for putting your measurements. Finally, someone shaped like me. Thank you for putting measurements. You are an angel for putting your measurements. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. Caused me anxiety. Just be aware how you carry your weight. Thank you. Battle of the Ministry is just seatbelt. You have perfect proportions. Thank you. We almost have the exact measurements. Thank you for putting your like literally No problem, Kenneth. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Oh, you can always watch the video later on if we're still up. Thank you. This is so helpful. Going in Epic in 2 weeks. Thanks for the content. I need this for Islands of Adventure. How tall you are, which I did. I fixed that. Thank you for posting. Posting. Love the information without the complaints. Yeah, well, there you go. Just literally it just goes, like, it keeps going. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. While it's awesome, right? It's just like, I want to be able to get these people, like, either into YouTube or be able to just monetize this channel in a way to where I can stream from here as well. And then that'll maybe, I need to filter them in, right? Is because, like, it's great that I can help people and get them, you know, the information that they need. It's just that it's not wasteful, but it's just, I just need to be able to get them, because, and maybe it's just the type of content, because half the time they don't really say anything on here. It's mostly this video. So I do need to do, well, we need to do more content on like the seat fitting stuff for all the parks. So, you know, eventually we'll have to get there too, but it's overwhelming because I'm just I'm commenting on these, and it sucks because I'm not getting paid or not able to get paid from this. So it sucks that I now I have to build this TikTok too. So now I have to like double post, and there are apps where it'll post on everything at once, but it's just like some apps work differently. So when you mass post on one device to everything, there's some things that don't translate, so you might miss a link or whatever, right? So yeah, it's just a pain in the butt, right? Hopefully, let me stop recording. Okay, it didn't end the stream. Sometimes it ends the stream when I stop doing a record, but let me go ahead and do some commenting on this. I need to reply to some of these. Thank you for your measurements. This is something I needed for my eldest child when we go to Universal. Okay, I just have to post these. You're not on TikTok because of you're a federal employee and use your phone for work. You just need that exposure. Ah, gotcha. Makes sense. It makes sense. That was 2 hours ago. Where's this link? Sometimes it doesn't show the things too. So it's like I have to go on my phone and do it. But anyway, if you guys are on TikTok, if you can follow, please. It'll help me a lot. I need the exposure, right? I need the help on here, right? Okay, so we got that. We got the videos, we got the shorts up, we got videos up for you guys watching. If you guys already watched, that's awesome. I appreciate it. This one already has 150 the third day, which is awesome. It's already past the first 2 days. So I appreciate that. So that's done, right? We'll get done with that. There's a lot of people streaming today from the parks, right? A lot of people streaming from the parks. Let's just check a couple people out just to see. Let's first start with Ron. Let's see what he's doing. He's over there chilling. He's at Falcon. Let me see what the line looks like for Falcon though. Let's back up a little bit. The line looks fairly long. He didn't do single rider. Let's see if he did single rider. It's looks like it's going to be a packed day, right? He didn't do single rider. 65 minutes. Why does it keep flicking like that? It's just so weird. Okay, no single rider, and he's been for 50 minutes. He's been in the line, and then he finally got in there. So pretty crazy. Let's see what else the lines look. Look at that. That's a full park today. That's a full park today. It even rained too, actually. It did rain earlier. I heard in Orlando, so it looks like the sun cleared all that up very quickly. Okay, so a packed day at Hollywood, just like you normally would expect. Look at all these people. It's just a busy day today. They even have them standing right here. Is this the line just to get food? This is the line just to get food? Oh, look, we got another guy with a fuck. Look at this. What is this line for? What is this line for? Look at this. What is this for? It's for what is this? Oh, they have specific This is good. Okay. Let me show you this. All right, guys. Where is this at? They have specific May the 4th merch at Disney. And there's some at the Disney store too. Where's the one that I saw? Was it on Facebook? I think it was on Facebook. Let me check Facebook real quick. I can't find it now. It's becoming a pain in the butt. Oh, you know who it is? You know what it is? Where is it at? Let's scroll through it real quick just to see. Okay, pain in the butt. We're not finding it. We're not finding it. But they have a bunch of May the 4th merch. This is at Star Traders. Star Traders. Where is Star Traders? Is that at Hollywood? Oh, it's at Magic Kingdom. This is at Magic Kingdom. Darth Vader Management Consult. That's a good shirt. That's a good one. Are we there yet? Okay, that's a decent one too. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That'll definitely keep you warm. The winter is coming, so to speak, right? Available April 4th at 8 a.m. Disney Store. We got some Disney Store stuff. We got a May 4th hat. May the 4th be with you 2025 shirt and tote. That's actually a cool shirt. Okay, I'll give it that. The good shirt. They got a pin. They got the band. Oh, exclusive band. Another $40 for you to spend. Here's some more stuff from the Disney Store. We got some figures. Some cool mugs. Okay, I'll give it that. The mugs are good. That's a not bad sweater. And some okay old school shirts. People like the old school shirts. But that cup is really good. That cup is really dope. Let's see what else. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool Pokemon and Star Wars mashup. I do like the color wheel. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. This is also at Star Traders. Look at the Grogu mug. Yep, there's that sweater again. So apparently, so they got a lot of cool merch, apparently, right? So some of it's only online, some of it you can only get at the parks, but they have a lot of new merch for today that everyone's just gonna eat up, right? So enter at your own risk. Funko Pop's even selling Star Wars stuff. You know what I don't like though? Check this out. Look at these. These are popcorn buckets and drink cups. Look at this. Look at this drink cup. Look at this popcorn bucket. That's a cool popcorn bucket, and I believe that's a popcorn bucket too. It says Disney Parks, but I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen this one in Orlando. This is only in Disneyland, which I'm not a fan. I don't like it. I don't like it, sir. I don't like it at all. But yes, they got some cool Disney merch. So if you guys, I'm sure it's half of this stuff. There we go. Okay, that's better. I don't know what happened. When I record things, sometimes it'll end the stream. Don't ask why. It does that. Okay, we're good. Yeah, don't ask why. It just crumbles the stream sometimes, and it's just annoying. It is very annoying, but we're back up. We're good. Don't worry about us. We're good to go. So yes, everyone's at the parks today. Look how packed it is. It's gonna get even worse packed when it gets dark, so. And the thing is, like, today you do kind of want to go to the parks. Like, people like to watch, because it's May the 4th, right? People like to watch people go in there, you know? But it's a lot of people. It's just pain in the butt, right? It's a pain in the butt. So, I think what I'll have to end up doing now is not being able to record specific videos, is just take the whole stream and then I have to chop it up. So it's just weird. Okay, so what do we want to do today? Well, I want to game just a tiny bit, but before that, I just want to check out some like new. You guys on Twitter? Are you guys on Twitter? Like, there's Disney Twitter is pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. All right, so we got people not being able to get. So there's an issue with Battle of Ministry, right? There's an issue with Battle of Ministry, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. The way that they set up the virtual queue is not good. I guess is the way I can say it, right? It's not the greatest. So, what they essentially do is they just allow anyone to join the virtual queue, which is not great. And before I forget, let me do this. So what they do is not great. They're not tied to your account, right? So so if I go with Amber, she can be on her phone and get tickets, and I can be on mine and get the virtual queue as well. So what tends to happen is that we could essentially get multiple virtual queues around the same time that'll prevent other people from getting the queue. So if you see this virtual queue, right? It's just on the app itself. Now, granted, it does know that you're in the park because it scans your ticket in some fashion. So it knows that you're in the park because your ticket was scanned. So in some fashion, it knows that you're in the park. What it doesn't know is and this is what Disney kind of does, I guess, a little better when it came to the virtual queue, but even still, the virtual queue can be fixed on Universal's end with just a slight tweak, right? So what they can do, well, first let me tell you what happens, right? So you get the virtual queue. I can get however many tickets. If I want 2 for just me and Amber, I can get 5 if I wanted to. Okay, let me just get 5 on mine, right? So I can essentially get however number of tickets I want, regardless of who's in my party, because I can just get one more than what I need just in case, or whatever the case is, right? And Amber can do the same thing on her phone, so they're not tied. So even though we came into the park together, our tickets aren't connected through the app. They're not connected in any way through the app like Disney's is. So when you try to get lightning lanes through Disney through the app, you have to connect the tickets in some fashion. So that way everyone's synced up at the same time. But Universal doesn't do that. So you can essentially, however many people are in your party, you'll be able to get as many tickets as you want. So I could get 2, she could get 2, and if we both get it, then we can ride the ride twice. Like, it's kind of weird, as long as we don't match up the times around the same time, because it does take about a half an hour at least to get through the queue. You know, if we do it like an hour after each other, we would be able to get the ride. We'd ride the ride at least twice, you know. And if we did it every time they were open, we could ride it essentially probably 6 to 7 times throughout the whole night, which essentially could, you know, waste your time to ride other stuff. But let's say in a sense you only want to ride Battle of Ministry, you could do that if you have multiple people in your party. If you have 5 people in your party and everyone's trying to get 5 tickets, you could essentially one get the closest time and the other person get the next time, because there's usually like 3 or 4 different times. So if everyone tried to grab all 3 different times, that whole party could ride it within those times from 11 to 3, like 3 times, right? So that's the issue, right? Now the next problem, well, let me just say that. Let me just go back then. There's a fix for this, right? It's an easy fix. It would have to take some programming from Universal's part on the, not necessarily on the app, but in their system when they scan the virtual queue, right? So what they would essentially need to do is when they scan the virtual queue, they would also scan the people's ticket. So if me and Amber go and I have the virtual queue on my app, they would scan my virtual queue app, and then they would scan my ticket, and then they'll scan Amber's ticket. So they know these are the 2 people that rode Battle at the Ministry already today. So if they try to go back through the line and try to scan again because they got a virtual queue, they won't let them through. That way they let other people get a chance to get in line to ride the ride. I say easy fix, but honestly, it's on the back end, it would have to take some programming probably. And I would assume it probably doesn't have to take that much programming to do that, but it's an easy fix in order to allow more people to have a chance to ride the ride instead of people who already know the system that can game the system, right? So I feel like the virtual queue there's a good and a bad to it, right? Disney did it a little better. However, they did let the virtual queue go on for too long with, like, let's say Guardians. They let that go on a little too long for the virtual queue. Once they opened up the virtual queue, I didn't see it go up longer than maybe 90 minutes. And that was only for like maybe, 20, 30 minutes or an hour, at a time throughout the day. So you can get on that ride in like standard, like an hour, if you're lucky. What I would like to see, which they don't have room for, I think, would be like a single rider line for Guardians. That would be kind of interesting to see, but they have no way of getting you through the queue, kinda, unless you went through the lightning lane. If you went through the lightning lane or something, then they had then they space you off, like, okay, now here. But they don't have any space initially for a single rider the way they have that ride set up all the way to the front. Like, they would have to bring you completely back way or whatever. So it'd be just a pain in the butt. But that's what I think that they should do with Battle at the Ministry. Scan the virtual queue and then scan your passes when you get there. That way they know you already rode the ride, in order for you to not take advantage of the way the queue system is set up, because it's not tied to your tickets. So that's a big issue that Universal, well, I would assume that they don't have to take care of anyway, because once they open up the park, I would assume that they're not even going to have this on virtual queue anymore. But I haven't seen anything confirming that or anything yet, but we'll see. We shall see at that. So there's that issue. So that's kind of a point of contention with Epic Universe right now. Let me lower that just a tad. So yeah, just a little bit of a lowered in my headphones too. So that's a part of an issue. The next issue I saw, let me see if I can find this. Because I think it's pretty hilarious. Oh, look at this. 100 churros versus 1 Disney dad. I think that's so hysterical. This whole like gorilla versus 100 men thing is just stupid. It's just so dumb. And what's funny is all the churros are scared. There's not one that doesn't look... I wish there was like one, like a Where's Waldo in the background that you could be like, oh, that guy, you watch out for that churro. He's somebody, right? And it looks like Wallen Ballin. I guess that's how you pronounce it, Wallen Ballin. He's finally at Epcot today, so he's enjoying all the stuff, which is glad to see. But he had an issue a while back that he was complaining about. And I'm not sure, and Disney Twitter just like went ham on him. And although it's like it's just a dumb thing to get mad about. Everyone's just so irritated at this for like no reason. Like, he can have his opinion about it, but I just feel like it's just the dumbest thing ever. And I'm trying to find it here. And I mean, it's possibly I passed it, but it did happen like a week ago. Maybe it's probably better if I do it on mine. But basically there's a thing. I'm gonna find it. Everyone's having beef with chicken nuggets, right? That's not it. That's not what I'm looking for. It's close though, very close. I'm trying to find out where it's at here. I can't find it. April 29th. Okay, it was around April 29th. See, he was posting it for days. Posting it for days. Where is it at? Yep, there we go. April 27th. Here it is. April 27th. We found it, guys. We found it, everyone, okay? Okay. Breaking news. Breaking Epic Universe news, guys. This is breaking, right? Breaking. April 29th is breaking news, right? Café Lara de la Serene, Le Gobal Noé, and Meteor Astro Pub and Das Steakhouse now offers chicken tendies. That's right, everyone. Batten down the hatches. Chicken tenders or tendies. I don't know. Hot take, Wallin Ballin. Hot take. American theme park guests need to expand their palates past carb-coated chicken deep fried in fat. It's a shame we get to see these beautiful restaurants cheapened in this way. While I do agree that themed restaurants should have themed food corresponding with that location, hence the butterbeer crepe, hence the garlic steak pretzel, and the black bun burger, whatever that's called. They got the blood orange chicken burger. There are things in the menu. However, sometimes there are people out there that don't necessarily want to try new things or don't like certain things, or maybe there's something on an item that they can't eat, maybe they're allergic to, whatever so you have to have at least one thing on the menu to get the general public to buy, right? The whole point of merch and food is like you want them to buy it, right? That's kind of the whole point. So you put at least one thing in there that people can eat. You have Pizza Moon. That's every pizza whatever in there. You have a burger joint that has french fries, burgers. They may have onion rings. Maybe they have chicken in some fashion. Chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, whatever. You have kids also who are very picky. Kids don't want to eat a blood orange burger, chicken sandwich, or whatever the case is. They might want chicken tenders, right? So you have to have at least one thing on the menu, right? Just as long as not everything on the menu is that stuff. You have a smorgasbord of every type of item so everyone can, have something to eat at that time. Yes, when Junior will only eat chicken nugget tenders 24/7, would you rather him or her scream in the park? Exactly. He can't get chicken. That's exactly my point, right? So it doesn't matter that they have an item there. You're always going to see something you don't like, right? So why make that a point of contention when there's other things for you to enjoy? If you enjoy the blood orange chicken sandwich, if you enjoy the garlic steak pretzel, which was amazing, by the way, you can eat that, and then also you can have stuff for the kids. It's not a problem with that. Why is there a problem with that? But this right here, he got so much crap for it. It's just, it's hilarious in a way. And what's funny about the internet and how I'll try to fix my seat. My blood hurts. What's funny about the internet is that what people don't understand is that sometimes there are things that people say, whether they think it's true or not, whether it's true, they'll post it, whether it's fake or they want clicks or something, they'll try to, they'll post it. So whether he's serious or not, I don't know. I would assume he is a little serious, but also to that effect, there is a line to where some things can be engagement farming without you knowing about it or without you purposely making it engage farming. So whether he did this on purpose or not is irrelevant, but what tends to happen, what people don't understand, is that people always want to post their opinion. That's number one. People always want to post their opinion, say I'm right, blah 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 blah. What they don't realize is that they're actually feeding him more relevancy and more money and more, he's generating money off of you. You see this check right here? You see this check? That means he's verified, which means that he can also get paid because he's paying a subscription. So that also means that he can get paid, right? That's how I take Twitter, because I'm not verified. I'm not paying $8 a month. I don't have enough followers to do all that stuff, right? It doesn't matter to me. But what I do know is that if you can monetize your tweets, that means the more that people engage with your tweet, the more money you make. The more people view your tweet, the more people respond, retweet, share, like, whatever, you're getting paid off that. So what these dummies don't even understand is that whether he intentionally did this or not, he's making money off you, which is a good hustle, man. Like it's one thing to like intentionally do something, right, to generate views and money and stuff like that, but it's even better when like you don't intend on doing it, and like you're just saying how you feel, and just people are just so ravaged about it that I just have to reply to you and give you my opinion because you're wrong, right? And what's funny is it doesn't even matter. It just doesn't matter at all whether they have chicken tendies or not. Why does it matter to you what this person thinks, whether he's right or wrong? And for his experience, for the way he wants the park, he's right? The way maybe he doesn't have a kid, I don't know. But other people have kids, and maybe that's easier for them to get chicken tenders, and like, oh yes, they got chicken tenders, great, I don't have to try to make my kid eat something that looks weird, right? So they're happy. Like obviously this guy, right? Hot take, one menu item doesn't cheapen the location, which is absolutely right. But in his profile, he's got kids, so I would assume that chicken tenders would be perfect. French fries would be perfect, right? But as an adult, what I want to eat may not be chicken tendies. Or maybe I'm just not feeling good right now. My stomach hurts. You know what? Let me just get something safe. Let me just get chicken tenders. Just so, even though deep fried is not really, but, you know. This doesn't feel very hot take-ish, to be honest. Most would agree with this. And here we go. He just keeps... He's like, sure, buddy, right? So he's like, all right, whatever. It's why almost every menu at Disney eventually gets dumbed down. The average don't want adventurous food. They want the basics. Pizza, chicken tenders, hamburgers, and hot dogs. It's sad most people don't want to try something new or different. Then let's direct these people down the road to Fun Spot. Which is kind of true, right? Coming soon. Look, it's a Cane's at City Walk. And then he says, I will darkness my old friend. It's hilarious. I don't care if it's fancy French restaurant. I don't want to see snails going on a plate. Now that is a good point. I will say that. I do not want that. Listen, there's only so much French I can take in my food. French fries? Okay, I like that, right? Crepes? All right, cool. Snails? No. Definitely not. And the same goes for any other ethnic food at all in existence. South foods, southern food. Alligators? No thank you. Never tried it. I don't want to try it. Just the fact that I know it's gator, I won't be able to taste it the same. Like, I'll eat it and I'll be like, okay, it's kind of good, but just my mind knowing that it's alligator is in my mind, I'm already upchucking, right? Same thing with what happened to me with barbacoa. Like, I didn't know that barbacoa is like kind of like, they say it's like the cheek of a calf, which is supposed to be like super tender and like super good. And I ate it and I was like, oh, this is, you know, it tastes good, right? But just the fact that I know that it's the cheek of a calf in my head is, it's just, I can't, it just, my mind won't let me eat it. It's crazy. It's crazy. They're there for the picky kids who only know fast food. It's just so sad that this is a thing. Well, yeah, I mean, it's you have to give me gator, frog legs, or rattlesnake. I can't even do. You can't even with the chitlins, bro. I can't gator, frogs legs. None of that stuff. None of that stuff. I know beef. I know I'm eating a cow. Okay, I know that. But I've been eating it for so long, and I grew up with it for so long, and I'm eating that, and I'm eating chicken that it doesn't compute in my head. Now that I'm older, when someone tells me, oh, this is gator or this is barbacoa, like instantly my head won't let me do it. It's just gone. So yeah, they're for picky kids who only know fast food. Yeah, it's sad that this is a thing. Well, it has to be a thing because. Yeah, and that's what everyone's saying. Family with kids are already overloaded with choices. Chicken tendies are a great option for kids. And I mean, that's really the triggering intent of my, and I mean, that's never, and that's really like it's just like the long and short of it. Like, yeah, you don't want to see that on a menu in France, right? Like, why France has that, I'm not sure. I don't even know if it's something that they even do in France as a whole, but it's just there for the kids. That's all. We just need something that the kids can shut up about. Like, here, you know, kick it in their mouth and just be like, all right, cool. But I just thought that was so funny. It's just become a big thing now. Like, chicken tendies is like crazy on Twitter now. It's just so hysterical. I just thought it was hilarious. Another thing that I'm upset about is that FanFest nights at Universal in Orlando. Not Orlando, Hollywood. Hollywood, California has FanFest nights, and they have Back to the Future, which is so awesome. They have the clock tower. They have this, like, look at that. It's like such a cool thing. You could like take a picture with the dog with Einstein. Like, and they have it to where like they do the scenes. They have a Marty there. They have Biff, they have George McFly. Like, they reenact the scenes there, and they're just out there walking around. You know what I mean? They're not. They have Star Trek. Like, legitly, they have Star Trek. They have Dungeons and Dragons. Like, this is so cool that they have these things. Look at Biff. Like, it's just so cool that they have these things. They have him singing Johnny Be Good. Like, they do, like, it's so cool. They even had anime. They had One Piece there. They had a Jujutsu Kaisen, like, show in there. Like, look at these things. It stinks. Look, they even had a pink Yoshi. Like, what? Come on, man. Look at this. Jujutsu Kaisen, Star Trek, Harry Potter. You had Yoshi there, One Piece. Such a cool, like... Such a cool experience, man, to get the... Especially anime, because you don't see anime in a lot of things anymore. Like, you don't see anime in anything. Really. There's no representation of anime in the parks whatsoever, and I think that's something that's completely lacking. Let's see if I can find it. Where's the Jujutsu Kaisen? If I can find it. I can't find it. It's being a pain in the butt now. But I mean, you can see it right here. Like, they had a whole show in there, and it was in Japanese, and it was just so cool. And that's kind of like one thing that is missing. If I can find it, jeez Louise, bro. They don't even want to. They don't even want to show it. It looks like they have it. It looks like it would have been right here, somewhere. It probably would have been right there. Say, look, they have it for Universal Fan Nights, and that's something severely lacking in the parks in general, and all the parks, whether it's Universal, Disney. Disney doesn't really do like anime, right? They have animation, but it's just, but we don't have any cool like anime theme parks or anime like rides or anything. And that's one thing that Universal could really just knock out of the park if they can put it in somewhere, one of their parks, whether it's Epic, whether it's Islands of Adventure. They have a whole Atlantis area that could just be removed and just put a complete anime location there. They could do that for Universal Studios. Maybe Universal Studios is a little different because it's more about movie making and stuff like that, which is weird because they have Simpsons there, but it's okay, you know. And then they have, you know, Minions, but Minions is movies, but you know, it is somewhat connected, right? You have some animation type things there, and adding anime, whether it's Jujutsu, whether it's Naruto, whether it's Dragon Ball, whether it's Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan would be insanely a crazy portal if they put that in Epic Universe, and you would just have these big tall buildings, and you would just have these titans just creeping over the side of just a building or a house or whatever. And then you could do like how they do at Disneyland, where they have Superman fly, where you see these people just flying through the city and stuff, you know. That would be just, it just blow my mind, like what you could do with with an anime just in general, because it's always over the top, and it's always like it's not really most animes are not really based in reality that much, to where like everything is just over the top, right? You know, it is somewhat based in reality, but it's just completely, right, you know, people have powers and stuff like that, right? It's completely different from you know, something that's more grounded, I guess, more grounded in reality. Like, I guess Harry Potter would be a little bit more grounded in reality, I guess, but in a sense it works the same way, right? You take something living in the real world, and then you add a supernatural thing to it. Dark universe, right? You just add something a little bit different, something that is not the norm. You take the normal world and you add on top of it, right? So like Jujutsu Kaisen could be awesome. I really feel like Attack on Titan is like something that could be pretty awesome in a portal at Epic Universe. Like just something, and then the ride would be even insane too, man. It would be kind of like, it would be almost like one of the, like a Kuka arm almost, but with Soren, and like you would be like flying through the city and stuff like that. Well, maybe not Soren. Well, it would be like Monsters, I guess. It would be like Monsters Unchained. You'd take a Kuka arm, and it would simulate you like flying through the city and stuff like that. Flying through the buildings, like, because you're one of the soldiers and stuff, and like cutting the Titans and doing all that stuff. That would be amazing. I would love to see that. I would definitely love to see that. So yeah, I'm very upset with FanFest nights, because we don't get that stuff over here in Orlando, because we have more parks. They only have Universal Studios. They only have Disneyland and California Adventure. So they don't have a lot of ground to play with, so they have to kind of make up in some way, and which is why they have these special events over there, as opposed to us having special events over here. All we get is like Dapper Day. Dapper Day is boring, man. First of all, you do Dapper Day during the summer, it's hot, you have suspenders on, you have slacks on, it's hot, man. Who wants to dress up like that? It's a pain in the butt. It's not fun. It's sweaty, and it's a pain in the butt, okay? It's just not fun. So yes. Oh, we got the 2 flux capacitors. Oh, my booty hurts. So yes, it's Happy 4th. So I'm mad about FanFest nights. It looks amazing. I want to go there, but it's not gonna be there by the time I even get there. So photo of chicken tenders, or it didn't happen. That is a good one. That deserves a like. Can't believe the day is finally here. So he's there, man. He's here chilling. People are sharing the unconventional ways they do Disney World, and the responses are diabolical. How old is this? How much you willing to bet this is? How much you willing to bet this is a month old? Hey Monique, how you doing? How much you willing to bet this is a month old? This link right here. Oh, they actually posted it today. Holy cow. Anytime I see them post something, it's always a month ago. All right, let's see. Let's check it out. Tell us most unhinged hacks you have for Disney World. If you look right at the skull when it flashes on Pirates, you can see purple dots everywhere you look for the next few minutes of the ride. That's because the flash freaking blinds you. Next up, suggested by a cast member when I was scratching my head over whether a t-shirt would fit me and there was no dressing room. Buy it, go to the nearest restroom, try it on, then if needed, immediately return it. Why don't you know if something fits you? Why would you not know something fits you? Do you normally wear a large? Then buy the large. If you hold it up to your thing and it looks like it's a tad, it's not short, it's short, go the next size up and then do that and see, compare how long the size is compared to that, and it should fit you. Like, what are you even doing? That don't make no sense. I'm local and I go at least once a week. I never have a plan. I just go where the wind takes me. There have been times I've never stepped foot on a ride, just enjoyed the sights. I stop to ask groups if they want me to take their photo, if they're trying to take a selfie. Sometimes those are the best days. You know what? That's actually happened. That happened to me, but I only stayed like not even an hour, but I was only looking for specific. I tried to get on Guardians line was too long. I looked for the Easter popcorn bucket. It wasn't there. I left. Needless to say, I was supposed to stream that day, but I forgot my gimbal, so that's what happened. But you know what, just like walking around, like you don't have to get on rides, you know, you just experience the park and like, or go eat something or just chill. There are times where you just want to chill, so I can kind of get that, you know, or just go on rides that are like not even like 5-minute waits and stuff like that, you know, just walking around. So I don't actually hate this one. That's not bad. It's not bad. I like that. I park at Hollywood Studios to go to Magic Kingdom. I hate the parking lot trams that much. You do know there's a park that's closer, and also that has the monorails connecting the two parks, right? You do realize that's a thing, right? You just take the bus from one park to the other. Is it quicker to take the bus from Hollywood to Magic Kingdom than it is to take the monorail from Epcot to Magic Kingdom? Well, excuse me. From Epcot to the tram station, from the tram station to Magic Kingdom. Okay. To be fair, in order to take the monorail, you do have to go through security. But once you go through security once, you don't have to go through it again anyway. So why does it matter? Okay. We'll do that. We'll do that. I'll allow that. I'll allow that. We're good. I'll allow it. Wear a hydration pack. Use a backpack with space for a hydration reservoir. Fill the reservoir with ice before leaving the park. Add some cool damping towels inside the reservoir pocket. As you make your way through the park, add cups of water to the ice whenever you have a chance. This will keep you cool, keep you hydrated, and keep ice on your lower back that is bound to be aching after 25K steps a day for a week. Not a bad idea, actually. That's not a bad idea. I do want to check out actually hydration packs, because my backpack is actually a backpack with a fan. The problem with the hydration pack is that the condensation will cause the backpack to get wet too, and could cause like mold or whatever, or mildew to be, you know, picked up. So that means you have to wash your backpack, which can be a pain in the butt. But actually a very good idea. What I do, I have a backpack fan, I have a neck fan, I have a cooling towel. Now, yeah, if you don't want to wear all that stuff, you know, then there it is. So yeah, it just depends on what kind of backpack you have, right? So, okay, I'll allow that one too. We'll see. My wife is the actual expert. This is my best attempt at a hack, unhinged. When resort hopping, use Disney transportation. We love the Skyliner to stay at the Caribbean Beach Resort. We skyline when we can to the Riviera, get a coffee, then bus to location another resort. Then usually at the end of our fun and before Hollywood Studios closes, ride the bus to Studios to skyline back to the Caribbean Beach Resort. Get maximum Skyliner time. I mean, it's the one, I mean, it is why one stays at the Hub Resort Am I right? So it's when one stays at the at a hub resort, but it says you're resort hopping. It doesn't say you're staying there, but okay, perfectly fine. Using the transportation is perfect. Yes, I agree. Using transportation is perfect. Sometimes it's easy to do that. Got laughed at on another group for this one. I can't afford a 5-day stay at hotels, but I can afford a 2-day. So I would book the first 2 days at Disney Hotel and last 3 off property. Then when my 7-day Lightning Lane window opens to buy my Lightning Lane for the first 2 days, I usually buy Guardians Tron and book my first 2 days up and get all the hard stuff done early, then move to the next resort and don't worry about the last 3 days about Lightning Lane and those rides. Okay, makes sense. That's all right. This is a little older though, because those are no longer Lightning Lanes, but at the time maybe that worked out for her. I'm not sure. I probably wouldn't have done that. I don't. The hotels are they can get pretty crazy. Okay, so that was it. That was all of them. The hotels can get pretty crazy, but overall some of them weren't bad actually. I don't know. They say the responses are diabolical. I don't feel like they're diabolical. Some are kind of iffy, but for the most part, they were pretty good. I don't mind. But I'm actually surprised that this was a recent post, too. I'm actually surprised about that. Okay. What was the other thing I saw? There was something else I did see, though. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, hey, we got this. It does say that. We got that confirmed. New salvage Clone Trooper helmet popcorn bucket at Disney World for Star Wars Day. Look at that. The new popcorn bucket is currently available May 4th to May 4th and 5th. At Hollywood Studios Souvenir Release Mobile Order Store. So you have to do it. Starting on May 6th, the bucket will also be available at Cat's Kettle. Nice. Okay, so after that, we don't have to... See, people are going to go crazy. And $28, that's actually not horrible. Look at that. People are going to go crazy today and tomorrow to try to get these buckets. I did... It's funny enough, someone did pay like $50 for the popcorn bucket helmet, and then like a couple days later, they came back in stock. And then I got one for like, you know, 25, 30 bucks. So I definitely saved money, but so yeah, we're going to have these popcorn buckets for a little bit. Which probably means that we probably have to go to, we'll probably have to go to Universal, or not Universal. We'll probably have to go to Hollywood Tuesday. So, okay. So that's the other thing. Tuesday, I'm off. I'm off Tuesday. I'm off Thursday. And I'm usually off Wednesdays anyway. So Tuesday, I got to go help my sister with a couple things. And then we go to Orlando. So Tuesday night, we might go to Hollywood, see if we can get this popcorn bucket. We might do that. Because we'll have a full afternoon. We'll probably stream that afternoon and everything. So you guys will probably get at least a 2-day stream Tuesday night, and then you're gonna get one Wednesday. Thursday, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Maybe you'll get a morning stream or something. Maybe we'll go to a park or go somewhere or something to ride something real quick. Maybe we'll, I always like to get on Guardians whenever I can. So maybe I'll try to get on Guardians. Maybe we'll go to Islands or something. I don't know what we're gonna do on Thursday. We're still trying to figure that out. But you're probably gonna get two workday streams, Tuesday and Wednesday. And then Thursday night, I'll probably end up helping my sister again too. But yeah. So yeah, we'll be there. I'm gonna try to get this bucket. Definitely. Look at that. We got popcorn buckets, man. Repost. Look at this. I hate this Hollywood Fan Fest nights. Get at it until 2 a.m. And that's the other thing too. They sell in City Walk, they sell anime stuff. They sell Dragon Ball Z stuff. They sell One Piece stuff. They sell Demon Slayer stuff. Where we need anime in a park somewhere. We need Attack on Titan would go so hard, man. It would go so hard. You could even technically do, I haven't seen One Piece, but you could do One Piece. You could have like a pirate's ride or something, you know? Like literally a pirate's ride. Or just an anime portal itself and open it up and have different sections. And like they do DreamWorks. You have a section that has like One Piece, and you have a section that's Attack on Titan. You have a section that's on Demon Slayer or Dragon Ball or Naruto or something, man. Something. We need it. We need it in our lives. I actually made a post. Where is it? Where did I make this post? I found Superman ice cream, guys. I found it. It's all right. Everything's fine. Look at this guy. Can we, what's this guy doing? What's going on? He's taking a picture? Is that what's happened? He's taking a picture? Is that what happened? Is this what we're doing now, guys? Is what we're doing? Where is it? I'm gonna post. I'm gonna. Where? I know I posted it somewhere. I replied somewhere. Where'd it go? I did a quote tweet. Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it now. How long ago did I do it? It was a while ago. I can't find it. Anyway. So this guy's an idiot. Ban. Whatever. Animal Kingdom is getting much better these days. I'm excited for the Southern Americas, South Americans, Central America. I'm excited for that area. I'm excited to see if they, you know, I'm worried they're just a full refurbishment, not a full refurbishment, just a retheming of Dinosaur to Indiana Jones. I don't want a retheme. I want them to, not like they did Tiana. I don't want to do a retheme like they did Tiana. I want them to do, you know, a legit Indiana Jones ride. Like something a little more, not like jerky or bumpy, right? I hope they do that. They're probably not, but it is what it is. Casita. That ride, whatever's going to be in there, needs to be cool. It needs to be cool. That's all I'm saying. And I can't wait to see how it looks, how big Casita's going to be, if Casita's going to be like talking to you and stuff like that, you know, or like just the way it's going to be. I'm looking forward to it. With Epic Universe being out now and coming out less than a month, and all the cool things that they did with their land, Disney knows that they need to step this up. So I'm hoping that, especially with Villains Land really needs to show out. Villains Land really needs to show out with the characters. The characters need to come out, walk around, talk to the people, be rude, like Invisible Man. Like, it needs these things, right? So I'm hoping everything goes well. Here's something. Universal trademarked something called Isle of Curiosity. The mark consists of standard characters without claim to any particular font, size, or color. So it's just Isle of Curiosity. A trademark has been accepted. So this could be, it could be Islands of Adventure. It could be which is needed. especially the Atlantis area. Even though like it looks cool, I like the fountain and all that stuff. Like nothing's being done in there. Like literally nothing. There's a talking fountain and a bunch of shops. Every now and then you see a character. But other than that, they're not doing anything with that land, and they need to do something with that land. I know they have a lot of other things that are, that are very populated. The Marvel area, Jurassic Park, Harry Potter, all that stuff. So they just need to fix that little area, and that Islands of Adventure will be good. Now Universal, I think Universal needs a couple of things fixed on their side too, but hopefully we'll get into that. Okay guys, let's talk about it. I know there is something. Jaws is 50 years old coming up. They're gonna post it. They're gonna put it in the theaters, and now the Alamo Drafthouse in Texas has a Jaws popcorn bucket. And when I tell you that Amber went ape over this popcorn bucket, she went ape over this thing. She just wants it, right? It looks cool. It's pretty awesome. They don't have Jaws anymore in the park, and that was her favorite thing. She wants this, right? So we'll see what happens. Maybe I know someone in Texas. I'll try to see what I can do. But this is a very big. Her birthday's coming up in June. Oh wait, didn't you say when was your? Joel said his birthday was in June 5th. That's June 3rd is Amber's birthday. So that's actually kind of hilarious. Both of you guys are hilarious. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is what I said about the guy climbing the tree, right? The guy climbs the tree. I said, bro, we need to bring back mental facilities. Every 5 seconds, someone is either defecating on a ride or running naked through the park. And that's literally like, who goes on the carousel? Like, okay, I can understand if you are older, or very old or very young, and you couldn't hold it, which is understandable. I have issues like that too. And you just had to go, right? But I really feel like these things happen more often than not, especially like people running through the park naked, people going on rides and getting off the ride and just going on parts of the actual ride, dropping their like, it's just, people are, we need to get these people help, right? They need to get help. They honestly do. I'm sorry. Anybody miss the hat? Anybody miss the sorting hat? God, I missed that hat. That's so good. Popcorn buckets. All right, speaking of popcorn buckets, guys, look at this. The Time Turner popcorn bucket. Harry Potter popcorn bucket. Looks kind of cool. Pretty big, if I might add. It's actually a pretty big popcorn bucket. Wizarding World Harry Potter. You can fill that whole bad boy up with popcorn. That's a pretty cool box. We got so many popcorn buckets out the Yum Yum. It's not even funny, man. This is a cool thing. I saw this. Hey, look at Epic Universe at night. That's pretty awesome. From a plane. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, I must say. And you can see over here, this is where the this is the Terra Luna, and this is the Stella Nova Hotel. And then this is Epic Universe, and then down here, more way down here, is where Universal is. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, what else we got? We got Back to the Future universe stuff. Only 181 days, Trish. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming through. Thank you so much. That's a lot of days. Are you going during that's in 6 months. So you must be going during the holidays, either November or December, right? I want this shirt. I want it. Back to the Future. Love it. Ooh, they got it pixelated. That is kind of cool. I would want that on a shirt, actually. That shirt is hilarious. What was this? Oh, that one's all right too. But this is I like that shirt. I hate that white shirts are so good. Seems like forever. Oh yeah, I know. I can't imagine, man. I went. It's been so long since I initially went. November 1st to the 5th. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Right. It's like right around. Ooh, that's a toughie because technically Halloween is, they still do Halloween stuff around that time. So you want to be careful of the times because they might still shut down the parks early, like Magic Kingdom, for the, unless you're specifically going for the Hollywood, or not for Hollywood, but for the Halloween stuff, right? That might be right before they start doing Jollywood nights too, and like the Christmas stuff. So it might be right in between there. So you might be lucky, but I would double check the schedule for the parks because some of these parks might be closing early. So definitely double check. Cause I remember it's been so long. Like when before I first started doing this, like 2 years ago, I haven't been to Disney in, it was like 3 or 4 years, I think. It was about 3 years. The last time I went was during COVID, and we went with our kids, and it's when we had to stay 6 feet apart in the line queue, and nobody was at the parks. We got in rides so quick. It was kind of amazing actually, because the parks were pretty much dead, and it was really fun. The kids got to do, you know, all the cool stuff, and we had video of them, you know, doing all the rides and stuff like that. And then after that, I didn't end up going until I moved back here. It's almost going on 3 years now, actually. So I moved, wait, it's 2.5 years. 2.5 years I've been back. So once I moved here, then I was like, oh, okay, it was still like pre-COVID. Well, not pre-COVID. It was still like post-COVID, and they started to open up the annual passes for people for Orlando. So I waited on the queue online. I got my annual pass. I was like, yes. And then I'm gonna start doing the channel, blase. And then I just started going. So 2 years, almost 2 years ago, we've been trudging it ever since. We go. At first, we couldn't go a lot. You know, once maybe on the weekend or once every couple weeks or whatever. Now we go every week. We go every Wednesday to the parks. We have Universal passes. We have Busch Gardens passes, which I'll probably end up giving up. I don't think I want the Universal SeaWorld. We don't go there as much. Really, the two big it's Disney and Universal, right? You know, those are the two big parks that are pretty awesome. The problem with Universal is I'm not able to record a lot of the rides or stream a lot of the rides. So it's hard to go there and do things. Whereas Disney, I can pretty much do everything. So I usually go to Disney more often. But that is one cool thing about like Busch Gardens and SeaWorld. Like I'm able to ride these coasters and put, you know, my GoPro on my chest and like record or stream or whatever, you know, I can do. So that is cool. So that is a caveat, but yeah, so yeah, I hope you have fun. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be around the time it's going to be probably busy. It's not going to be as hot, so that's good. You just check the weather a couple days before, make sure you bring stuff. I'll end up doing a video of what to bring essentials, at least for the summertime. Maybe I'll do one for winter time, but really wintertime, there's no such thing as winter here, honestly. So there's that. So, okay, so enough about this. So we're gonna have to get rid of this. We already did this where they trademark Isle of Curiosity. We don't have to worry about that. This is a kind of big debate with people. When was this posted? This was posted yesterday by Zoe. Hi Zoe, how are you? She's a travel writer from Sydney, Australia. Since her first visit to Disneyland at 6, she has spent her years frequently visiting Disney parks and traveling around the world. Let you in on tips, tricks, and what? I don't know. What is that word? What is this word? I've never seen this before in my life. What is this word? A short, amusing, and interesting story about a real incident. An anecdote? That's how you pronounce anecdote? That's how you spell it? Anecdote? Jesus. I gotta get out more. And embarrassments that arise from family adventures. Okay. Let's see what Zoe has to say, right? All right. Everyone listen. Everyone, class, pay attention. If Disney were a recipe, it would be red. 1 part nostalgia, 2 parts magic, a sprinkle of churro dust, and a heavy pour of intellectual property. Over the past decade, IP has moved into the parks just like that one quirky uncle at your holiday party. You are glad they are there, but they don't need to be in every single conversation you have. From Frozen in Epcot's Norway to Guardians Galaxy 7 a day in California Adventure, the parks are now bursting with familiar faces, but this change enhancing our experience or taken away from the original uniqueness of Disney attractions. Ooh, spicy. There's something thrilling about walking into a fully realized alternate universe where you are part of your favorite story. However, there's also a downside to trading originality for marketability, as our beloved unique experiences are slowly replaced with cookie-cutter commercial tie-ins. One park where I see this the most evident is Disney World's Epcot. Do you now? It's Epcot? Epcot's the problem you have? All right, well, let's see. Let's find out. Where many of the uniquely independent attractions are now morphing into character collaborations. Though I enjoyed the subtle character upgrades made to It's a Small World and the new areas being themed toward the Disney stories we love, there is something about losing those distinctively individual rides that are strong and popular in their own right. I'm starting to wonder, where is the line? Disney fans were up in arms only months ago, coming to the terms with the realization that Rivers of America and Magic Kingdom will be replaced with 2 Cars-themed attractions. I can't help but question, when does this IP extension go too far? When you think about it, some of our favorite attractions are still somehow untouched by any or excessive IP. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Jungle Cruise, Haunted Mansion. What's next? Will we still see Soarin' filled with character locations instead of real-world locations? Dinoland USA is already in the process of transforming into an ode to newer Disney characters. While the area is getting a much-needed upgrade, it is sad to see the uniqueness of Dinoland. Joe back with the chores from the chores. Is this bad that I want both of them? I would love to see a magical balance of both of those original Disney creations and New World of Disney, which is full of character representation, coexists. Maybe there's a sweet spot where both can live happily ever after, a harmonious kingdom where Moana can find her place next to Figment. You know what? You know what? She's not completely wrong. She's not completely wrong. However, she sees this the most evident in Epcot. Well, let's take a look. Let's figure it out. Norway completely redone, basically for Frozen, pretty much. Not necessarily, they just redid the ride, I guess. Everything else looks pretty much the same from what I can remember. They have meet and greets of Elsa and Anna, and they have Frozen ride redone for Norway. Okay. A little bit redone, but all right, let's do that. They added Moana, completely different. Its own original thing. It's not its own land, right? And then they added a Guardians ride. Other than that, they didn't make a completely themed. So right here, I feel like she's wrong. Because I'm not sure where she's seeing this as the most evident is in Epcot. I don't see that at all. Completely wrong. It's a shame that Disney doesn't own enough adjoining land to build new rides without destroying the beloved attractions. Oh wait, they do. Aha! Aha! What's up, Jason, man? Appreciate you coming too. Yep, you got to go to church, man. Go to church on Sunday. So I don't know where she's seeing Epcot is the most evident. That's completely not true. If anything, I would say Hollywood is the most egregious park that does this. Hollywood. If you can believe it. They actually have 2. And they're going to have a 3rd one. So they have Toy Story Land, they have Star Wars Galaxies, and they're going to add Monstropolis. So right there, they're going to have 3 distinctive IPs in their park. Lands, distinctive lands, right? Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom doesn't have any original IP lands there. Cars and Villains will be the only 2, but Villains technically doesn't count, right? Epcot doesn't have its own theme land at all. If you want to count Frozen, whatever. But no, it doesn't. So that's wrong right there, right? Okay, that's wrong. Boom. Wrong. 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 Right? Okay, so that's wrong. Fans were up in arms about Rivers in America and Magic Kingdom. Yes. Replaced by 2 Cars attractions. Yes. Yes. That is true. So, there is something to be said about the way Frontierland looks and how it was made, and how the aesthetics of Tom Sawyer and the boat make it look cool, make it look like you are in Frontierland, and that you are, you know, back in time where, like, you're watching the movie Maverick and he's on the riverboat playing poker. You know what I mean? Great movie. There is something to be said about the aesthetics of just having the water there and walking by it, and like it's a cool visual thing, and then you have Big Thunder in the background back there, you know. And then you have Country Bears. You used to have the little shooting game, and now that's gone. So like there are things that are being lost there that, although some of those things are outdated, I would say. Let's say outdated. But on the other side, there are some things that do need to be, I don't want to say modernized, but fixed or updated or whatnot. Having said that, I understand people's plight about Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer being removed to just add merchandise and food for people to spend more and whatnot. You know, we are getting 2 rides. Okay. We're getting 2 rides. That'll be cool. We're not technically losing rides. If you want to call the riverboat technically a ride. Okay. We're not technically losing rides though. So Disney is trying to utilize that space as best they can to fill more people there, to spend more, to filter people through other rides so other rides can have a break and stuff like that. So I understand people's plight, but also on the other side, I don't have a dog in this fight. I really don't. I don't care either way, although I do see how it does mess up the immersion of what is essentially Frontierland and what it actually represents, right? They'll pave paradise and put in a dirt track ride. Yeah, exactly. I like the whole like old school feel of Tom Sawyer Island, and going on the island and exploring caves and doing all that cool stuff. So it does stink that they feel they have to remove things in order to add things, because I do feel like that is a cop-out, because one, like you said, they have all the land at their disposal. They have plenty of land to expand without having to tear down things. They have a whole bunch of land at all their parks. They don't have to tear down things. With that being said, Dino Land just needs to go. No one likes the carnival rides, and no one plays those carnival games and all that stuff at Disney. They don't. For some reason, they kind of do at Universal for Simpsons. I'm not sure why that fits. Maybe because it's Simpson based and Dino Land is just basic. I don't know. But I've never played any of those rides, and I thought that was kind of like a weird thing to put like a carnival. Like, we don't want to go to a carnival. We're going to a park. If we wanted to go play carnival things, that's the same thing with Busch Gardens. You don't see nobody playing those carnival rides at Busch Gardens ever. So there's that. They have the space to put other things, and you're removing rides and to add them back, so you're not really gaining any space or anything like that. You're just giving yourself an excuse to charge more, or giving your excuse to warrant those prices with just building new stuff but just tearing down the old stuff, which you could keep the old stuff. But okay, let's see what else you say. When you think about it, some of our favorite attractions are still somehow untouched by any or excessive IP. Yeah, these rides are untouched. Yes. Dinoland's already in the process. Yes, Dinoland, while it needs a much needed upgrade, it does. It needs it. But needless to say, she's not completely wrong about this. There is got to be some kind of happy medium, but at this point now, there's not really original things that you can do to the park. Like, you can't make another Jungle Cruise or another Big Thunder Mountain Railroad to one of these parks, right? It's just, we've gone too far now. The park's been open for too long, and original rides it's not something anymore, right? They tried it with Dinoland USA, and Dinosaur Ride was great, but it's just, people aren't doing that anymore. So if anything, if you're going to add something, you're going to add a ride that has your own IP. You could add, just like they did with Marvel, you can add Guardians to Epcot without making it a whole Guardians land. They did that. That's fine. I like it. It's perfect where it's at. Maybe it could have been in Tomorrowland. That could have been a little better, but having said that, Epcot does need a little bit more, which coincidentally is my beef with, the other parks, is that the other parks only have up to like maybe 13 rides or things to do. And they've been open for 30 years, a lot of these parks. Whereas Magic Kingdom has like at least 22 rides that you can do. So they're not upping the ride amount. They're getting rid of a ride and then they're adding a ride. So they still have the same amount of rides at Hollywood. They're just like restructuring it. When can we get just more? We just need a couple more rides. Get up to like 17, 20 rides somewhere. And that way you'll have more space in the park. You can add more people to the park, because I don't know how you're going to warrant adding more people to the park when you're getting rid of a section just to redo it into a new thing. And just because it's new, you'll warrant more people coming into the park. You can only fit so many people into the park without expanding it. So, but yeah, not completely wrong, but still, there is a time and a place for some of these rides, some of these lands. Like, I like Pandora. Pandora's pretty awesome where it's at. I don't see the big IP thing going away, because they still have the next 5 years to make this stuff. After that, we'll see what they do. But I do like that, they added Moana and they added Guardians, and it's not a complete land. It's just a little section here and there, but there's not really much room for original IP anymore. They have enough IP in their back pocket that they can just take one thing. They could take Coco and just, I'm just saying, don't attack me for this. They could take Coco and retheme the Grand Fiesta Tour and just put Coco there, right? Just like they did with Frozen. I'm not saying they're going to do that. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying, like, they could take a Coco boat ride and just add it somewhere, They could take a Coco boat ride and add it to Animal Kingdom. No, Coco, that doesn't fit. It would have to be Epcot. So, but you get what I'm saying, though. The people who care most about these old original wall attractions are older. Unfortunately for Disney, there are people with the most disposable income. That is also a good point too. But also, depending on how old these people are, they also have kids, and kids don't care about that stuff. Kids want, ooh, that's Cars, ooh, that's Coco, ooh, that's Moana, ooh, that's Frozen, that's Elsa and Anna. They don't care about all this stuff, right? Pops, what's up, man? Appreciate you coming through. So the kids don't care, right? It is the older people that are harping on this, right? I completely agree. And that's usually the people who are the most toxic. So yes, it's the older crowd. It's from, if they're mad, it's their childhood being messed up, right? That's really what they're upset about. And I can understand both ways. I understand that the parks need to be updated and get new stuff. But I also do understand that they don't need to destroy the old stuff in order to add the new stuff, right? They can do things to fix their current rides. They have more space to add more lands or rides. Like, they don't have to completely destroy certain things. So I understand both ways. And unfortunately, I honestly don't care less either way, but it is what it is. So there you go for Disney IP. Get it out. Get it out of here. Let's see who else is let's see who else is on right now. Let's see. Just making sure no one else is on here. Okay. All right, so here's something I wanted to do real quick for you guys. Just to see, because what I like to do, I'm sadistic, let's just say this. I like to go on the group chats or the groups in Facebook and, you know, either laugh at them or just read the comments, or I just like to be nosy and just like have my popcorn and just like, you know what I mean? Sit and watch the stuff. So let's see what we first got here. Okay, just a thought. Can all the Debbie Downers stop coming on here with the epic wasn't as good as we thought it would be? One and done for us. What a waste of a day. Please. People have vacations booked and ruining the vibe and excitement. Okay, I mean, what's funny is like there's actually people that do that. You're an old guy, but I'm the camp of adding and or changing for that better of the parks. Yeah, it goes both ways. Definitely. Like I understand, like I want to see new things. I want new rides. I can't wait for the monster ride, the Monsters Inc. ride. That's going to be so cool. It's a suspended coaster. I can't wait to get on that. They might force me to wear a GoPro with the chest strap, so I might not be able to gimbal it, which is going to suck, but I'll at least be able to ride it a couple times, you know. Okay, let's see. I don't know what's worse, the people who keep posting anonymously about overhyped Epic, or the people who believe them and postpone or cancel their trips, which is actually true. Like, that's the funny thing about it, is that people will post this anonymously. Bad park, I can't believe this. This is a waste of a day. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. Da 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 da. It's so funny. People get like so butthurt about it. It's just funny. They wouldn't know a good time if it smacked them in the face. The park is absolutely amazing. I've been twice. I can't wait to go again. I personally don't care what others say. I will form my own opinion. Yes. The question is, why are people so defensive over criticism of a park? Do you own it? Yeah. Do you own it? If you're letting people's opinions of a park affect you so much, then that's your problem. People are entitled to an opinion. If so, they are. If you see an opinion you don't like, scroll past it. It's easy. Yeah. Some people are miserably unhappy. Most of them probably only came for the rides and not the experience. And they're all miraculously anonymous. That's the big thing too. If I can find a couple of these, they're always anonymous. I would agree, but current Disney execs are bowing to the beam counters and trying to reduce as much maintenance as possible. What's crazy is that they're not the only company that's kind of doing that. Every single company, every time I look at somebody left and right, I see a company doing something to where they're raising prices, they're trying to maximize profits, they're firing people, whether they're using AI or they're just minimizing the workload, or not minimizing the workload, they're minimizing the workforce, causing more people to work harder so they can profit because of inflation, because of the way that the laws are generated to allow them to do these things. The way capitalism works, like all companies are doing this. It's not just Disney. All companies are maximizing profits the best of their ability. So it doesn't matter who it is. So let's just scroll through this one and see. Just a tip, we are at Epic and stayed at Sapphire Files. Okay, we don't need that one. Don't normally post much after seeing everyone posting their 2 cents, but I decided to do the same. I will start with the negatives. Universe needs to invest in shading. However, if you plan your day with breaks, food, and shopping, you can minimize the amount of time. Yep. I will not get involved with the virtual line. Do we all wish we could have gone on Battle of the Industry? Yes, there's a better way. Universal could have handled that ride, maybe. We've all had the same opportunity to shuffle for a spot. Some people were lucky, some people were not so lucky in the end. We're all blessed to go to the parks. Yep, okay. Now the positives. It shows that Universal spent the time and energy to make people feel immersed in the universes they created. That is true. Yes, that is very true. Each gateway, each portal, truly felt as if they were transported to that culture. Yes, absolutely. The staff was top-notch as always. They were pleasant, courteous. They also assisted the park. The gateways feel as if you were in the world you walked in. Yes. The food was okay. Nothing to wow yourself about, but as good as you would expect from Universal. Yes. There's a lot to this park. As long as you go in with an open mind and have fun, your family will have fun. Yes. I definitely agree. Definitely agree. Okay, that's a decent one, right? That's a funny pick. It's fantastic. Enjoy it a minute. If you ride breaks, move on, come back, enjoy the day, eat some food, play like a kid, treat the team members nicely. There are some awful humans sprinkled among us. Yeah, see, that great post. That's a great post. Great post. Oh, you know what I want to do actually? If I can do this, I want to. Where can I filter this? Here it is. No. You know what I don't like about these? They don't let me filter. Oh, here it is. New post. I want to filter by new post, right? Ah, my booty. I want to filter by new. Are they selling VIP tours? No, no one cares about that. Update on Virtual Line and honest long review. Super Nintendo. How long is it? Oh my god, I'm not reading that. We're planning to go next weekend on Saturday, staying on property and hoping to get a ticket. For anyone who has been there in the weekend since they opened up the tickets to the public, could you provide some info how packed it felt? There were ride waits a long time. Yesterday was sold out. I was able to do every ride. Okay, she doesn't know what's going on. I hope we go into the park on the 8th for the preview. Does anyone know what time the parking lot and parking open? Thank you. Okay, everyone has that. New Universal plan to go out to weekday. We don't want a Halloween Horror Nights. Wait. Also, we do not want to do Halloween nights. I'm not seeing the dates posted, just select nights. When will these dates be available? Web could be part of the studios things. It's usually just studios, but for Sea Dark Universe taking part in the future. To find the Halloween Horror Nights, just plan on what are the typical park hours on a weekday. Okay. No one cares. Walking in Super Mario World was awesome. Great theme and decor. I felt like a kid. Yes, great. Is a Luigi burger any good? Probably. Does anyone know if Epic allows park re-entry? No one cares. I'm just trying to see if there's any like bad ones. In case the person is here, return the lost and found. Okay, there you go. Good job. Nice person. Okay, that was the one we saw. We visited on 29 Mario Kart. Yoshi was a 6 out of 10. Guys, Yoshi's not a 6 out of 10. Let's just be clear about that, right? It's not People Mover. Okay. If anything, it's 5 out of 5. Or 5 out of 10. Sorry, don't do that. It's 5 out of 10, okay? It's easier to catch the shuttle service from Portofino. Okay, no one cares. Tell me have no more food. They have chicken nuggets. They have chicken tendies. That was 5 hours ago. They have 120 comments. Monsters Unchained, the starters are hand-downs the best rides for everyone. The starters supposed to which truck should be afraid. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm not seeing any anonymous people as of late. So let's do this. Let's do like the most. There it is. Most relevant. Let's just do most relevant. Just a tip. Okay. Daniel. All right. I'm not finding any. I'm not seeing any good ones. What I'll probably have to do next time is just is prepare. Is like just grab them and then I can show them to you. All right. So that's fun. We don't have to worry about that no more. Okay. Okay, guys. Let's see. Who else? Is anyone else up? Everyone else is just doing their thing. All right. Good. All right. So they have Chipotle? Yes, I know, right? Let's breathe. We got to breathe, guys, okay? Just breathe. That's all. Just some good breathing is in order. Let's do this real quick. Is that good? How come there's nothing in the background? Fix this. There it goes. Not sure why that did that, but it did. Ooh, let me see me walking. Right. But yes, everything will be all right, guys. We're here. Yes, Woosam, do all that fun stuff. So I want to decide. I want to see because we've been live for about 2 hours here, and I'm not doing anything too much special. So we could play. We could play a Star Wars game since it is May the 4th, right? Or we could probably do Planet Coaster, but I'm trying to think. I don't think I played Squadrons before. Personally, I think what Universal is doing in Orlando is good for the entire area. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. Universal is really stepping up their game. They have a knack for like the entertainment aspect of the rides, you know what I mean? Like they really know like how to utilize. And what's funny is that I think that Disney used to do that. But a lot of the Imagineers and everything, from what I hear, a lot of the Imagineers went to Universal, and that's where you're getting all the good stuff, because the Imagineers are really what kept everything cool as far as the rides and everything. So yeah, I mean, Universal's on their way, man. They're really doing something special. You know what? I want to play Lego Star Wars, but I'm afraid that like Lego Star Wars, like I always get stuck sometimes. I always get stuck playing, get stuck on a ride or get stuck on a thing or whatever. But I think we're going to play something. We're going to try and play something real quick. I haven't played Jedi Fallen Order in so long, I don't even know how to play. Let's do this though. We'll play this. We'll do this real quick, just because it'll be. Oh. Can I move my mouse real quick? Hold on. There we go. Oh, I need to do this. Boom. Boom. Okay. All right. Seizure warning. All right, good. No, we don't need that. Lego. Oh, you still do Dreamlight Valley? I've kind of played it, and I was just like, it's kind of. It's just really basic. I wasn't getting into it. It was like too tame for me. Disney. Oh, remember that? Remember Lucas? Remember Lucasfilms? Remember how great that was?
Reach out. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
Mace, my boy.
Elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
Look, good against remotes is one thing. Good against the living, that's something else.
Take it. Find your friend.
Hey, your boy over here.
I will let nothing stand in our way.
I didn't know that they did it for the new trilogy.
There is no crime.
Now, fulfill your destiny.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
Look at that. Look at that lineup. Look at that lineup. Look at that lineup. The Skywalker Saga. I mean, technically, yeah, this whole thing is the Skywalker Saga. Okay. Oh boy, look at this. They got everything here. Wait. We can do the Phantom Menace, The Force Awakens, A New Hope. So each first part of the trilogy. Well, would we want to start with Phantom Menace? Alright, Pops, see you, man. I've played a little. I think I played Phantom Menace a tiny bit, actually. So, if anything, I might do A New Hope. But I think I'm going to do it The Force Awakens. I think that's what I'll end up doing. Alright, we're just going to play one episode real quick. That's all.